Welcome back to the Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster. My name is Tails Fyraga, and in the last episode we climbed up to the barrier tower, defeated Atomos, and took down the barrier protecting Extet's castle. But unfortunately, it didn't come without sacrifice. And in honor of the life and death of Zizat Sergate, I'm going to completely ignore the plot for a period of time and go hunt for frogs. Because I guess that's just what we do when a friend dies. We become frog hunters. So, I mentioned before that there's actually an exclusive item for the Beastmaster. I think I mentioned it before. And we'll actually be able to get it in today's episode, in theory. But we need to find ourselves a Cornago first. So I'm going to put Ferris as a Beastmaster, because we do need to actually catch the Cornago. And I'm also going to equip them with blue magic as well, just so that they have, just so that they have gravity and some utility and whatnot. I think you actually can use like level 4 Graviga on them. I think the toads are vulnerable to it. I think there were multiple of 4. We're gonna find out, aren't we? But I think so. And if not, I'm gonna feel awfully silly. There we go, our first chance to encounter them. Alright, let's see level 4 Graviga in action. They are not. Okay, well, in that case, we have to come up with a different strategy. Cast Gaia. That actually looked like it did a pretty decent amount of damage to one of them. So you might actually be at the threshold. I'm gonna find out. You are. Neat. I don't need to worry about the other guys then. You all could die. Die a violent death. And burn. And by burn, I guess, I mean poison. And I know those are two separate phrases, but I mean, what's more violent than fire? I mean, unless it's punches on fire. Alright, so you talk to the well, and this guy comes out and is just like, hey, you got a frog for me. If you give me 10,000 gil in that frog, I'll give you this pot. What a deal, huh? What do you say? Sweeto, I'll eat like a king tonight. Received the Cornago Gourd. If you want to run Beastmaster and catch monsters, the Cornago Gourd is incredibly important. Because with it, the chances of actually catching a monster increase from 12.5, or requiring them to be at 1/8 of their HP, to 1/2 of their HP. In other words, you're making it 4 times easier for you to catch monsters. So, if you want to use the Beastmaster in any kind of serious setup like that, it's great to have. However, I'm not going to run the Beastmaster right now, which is going to render all of that pretty much a moot point. But I'm gonna go back to Dragoon. We're pretty much done with what we're doing here anyway, so no need to really worry about that. Let's move on to the actual objective of this episode. And the actual objective is going to be... Well, I guess I probably still could use Beastmaster, actually. Just it's kind of a haha fun thing. We can have fun in video games, right? But the actual objective is going to be finding Sage Ghido's cave. Now we have a submarine, and, I mean, Ghido's cave is probably under the water somewhere, so may as well go try to find it. The submarine is not a boat. You do not get ocean, encounters on the submarine. And, unlike in Final Fantasy III, there's no encounters underwater either. But if we get to around the center of the map, around the center of the map should be where Ghido's cave fell to. Yeah, here we go. So if you're looking for it on the map, like, right here. Right above, like, right where the peninsula was, where it used to be. Let's heal up a sec, and then take in that underwater music. I really do love the underwater music in this game. I like the one in 3 a lot, too. I think there need to be more times when you're just relaxing, chilling out on a submarine, not fighting anything, just relaxing on the ocean floor. You know, as people with lungs do. We just relax on the ocean floor. Alright, Ghido's cave here has a few different enemies, but a lot of them are actually tied to this fella right here, the Metamorph. The Metamorph may look like just a regular old man, but if you give him the opportunity, he'll transform into something more powerful. Transform! Here he is now. He transforms into Shiva! Which, I'm glad, I'm proud of your transition, Slay Queen, but I mean, that might have been the worst, like, suburban white guyism I've ever said, which is saying a lot. This guy takes the form of a lot of bosses and enemies you've encountered, and the Metamorphs also have quite a bit of health too. Their health carries over into their transformed state, I'm pretty sure. So I'm pretty sure this guy isn't getting his health back by transforming and untransforming. You can confuse him with Ignis Fatuus if you're running Gaia like I like to. You can probably confuse him with other things as well. You can also, of course, wonder what kind of other things he'll transform into. That's probably not going to be the last time we encounter Metamorph, so we're probably going to be seeing a lot of him. It might also be prudent to have Find Passages on again. Yeah, I'll have Find Passages on for now, because I forget if there's any, like, hidden passages in here. But what there is a puzzle. Bunch of empty chests. This one is a big stone inside. Take the stone and move it to other chests. It's not really that much of a puzzle in the grand scheme of things, actually, but I mean, we can still call it a puzzle. We can pretend it's some kind of puzzly thing or whatnot. You get different outcomes, of course, depending on which chest you put the stone back into. The different doors open and close. Here we go, confuse you. I probably should just put Black Magic back on, actually. I think Find Passages might have been a waste of time. Because if I'm unsure, I can just throw myself at a wall anyway. I'm basically changing my mind about things like on the fly here, just like, oh, less macaroni, more cheese, less cheese, more macaroni, more cheese. I hate macaroni and cheese. No, it couldn't be me, man. I love macaroni and cheese. Get me like a good mac and cheese and I'll be your best friend. It has to be a good mac and cheese, though, not the Arby's mac and cheese. When I tried Arby's mac and cheese, it sucked. Which is a real shame, because I like Arby's kinda generally, but I like their food usually. I'm down for a roast beef sandwich. He turned into a cat! He's a kitty! Aww! Let's murder him! As one does. Please note, do not actually go out and murder cats. If I find that you have been, I will call the police. I will call the cat police. And they will be like, meow, because, I mean, they're police officers that are cats. That's the joke of the cat police. But paw enforcement is no joke. It's no laughing matter. I don't know, like I have a distrust of the police, but I'd call the cat police. Well, what do you think the cat police would do? Well, that's gonna... Oh, that didn't do very much damage at all. I was gonna be very afraid, like, oh, that's probably gonna do a lot of damage, but... No, you've got pathetic power. Draw your last pathetic card. Fool. My enemy setup has no pathetic cards. Except maybe that Galacat. Alright, what's up here, you might be wondering? Well, actually nothing. That led to a dead end. Some of these paths are going to, unfortunately. Let's see the other ones we haven't seen yet. There's the large stone in the box. And that opens this door, which is another dead end. Which means there's one last door to go to. You may be wondering, is this a path downward? No. No, it really isn't. This is all you get. This is all you get in this room. So you put the stone in the bottom left corner and then everything's alright. Everything was just groovy. Everything was just fine. Everything was just peachy. Oh, I'm immediately going to undo that. Because I am smart with my tactics. Transform! What are you going to transform into this time? He became an elf toad. Okay, not even a Cornago, but I guess this way we can't catch him. Stab him now. Ignis Fatus. Wait, I can still use Gaia in frog state? Hold on. Hold on, I need to note that... Oh right, I can jump in frog state too, that's another thing. Turns into a cat. Whoop! Sorry, I just need a... That tickled me for some reason. Just the whole, like, arms up in the air like you hear about video games pose, and then taking off into the sky like a damn rocket. Oh, I really do laugh at the stupidest things, don't I? Ooh, that did a lot of damage, little cat. Little kitty McWhiskers. I don't think I'm particularly fond of how that worked. Alright, hang on. We need Ferris back as a normal person. Bards, however, you can stay as a frog. You've apparently got some strong magical powers as a frog. Hey, we learned Pon's Chorus. That's right. Oh, look at him go! Look at this little skrunklo guy. I love Final Fantasy frogs. Such cute little fellas. I love... So, in the 3D remake of Final Fantasy IV, right? The 3D remake that they came out with for, like, the DS and whatnot. When you pause the game and go to the menu, your characters have, like, inner monologues that will show when you go to the menu. But the inner monologues remain, even if you're under a status ailment, which means you can have this comical, like, cartoony-ass Toad talking about, like, the sins he's committed. It's incredible. I know a while ago, a long time at this point, I don't think we're really in contact with each other anymore, but an old guy I used to pal around with for fighting games, Zanshin Stance. You may know him as the Columbo guy if you went to Combo Breaker. But he just streamed a Final Fantasy IV 3D for the first time. And I think a lot of people just really were tickled by the frog with his intense monologuing. I just love Final Fantasy frogs. I like and hate at the same time that there's an enemy that's a toad in Final Fantasy VII. There's an enemy that's a toad, and its name is just Touch Me. Ooh, we hit a switch to move that, it looks like. And I don't know why this enemy is called, like, Touch Me. It's a really weird name, but I mean, Final Fantasy VII is kind of a weird game, so I'm gonna slow you down. Ooh, you turned into a Freet. He's an Efreet of nature. And unfortunately, you don't have an ice weakness for me to exploit. But you have a bio weakness for me to exploit. We're gonna exploit those weaknesses. And with you slowed down, you can't really do much of anything now at all, can you, Buster? Ooh, you're probably thinking like, oh, I'm gonna hit you with my blaze, I'm gonna hit you with my fire spell, just like, oh, but you're a little bit too slow there, partner. You can't really do that, Padre. Heal up a little bit, though. Even with all the joking around I'm doing, that shit kinda hurts. I don't quite like being on fire, honestly, if you ask me. Alright. You may be thinking, there's a door here. But, there is no door here. Where is door? This is probably where Find Passages is gonna come into play. Because the first time through, you might not think, oh, there's a secret passage here to get to that skull switch. You'll probably figure it out eventually. I think a lot of you people are pretty smart out there. But in case you aren't, in case you're like me and just the biggest dumbass, you transform it into this time. Transform! Into a frog! We get more funny frog animations again. Everyone loves the funny frog. Everyone loves the confuse spell. Slow you down. And I think honestly I'm just gonna wait for Yep, you decided to attack yourself instead. It was a smart decision actually. Because I was thinking you could transform yourself into a toad. I'll turn this toad into another toad. Or turn this toad into a human. Alright, Galuf mastered Zeninage, so we can use that on another class. And Ferris mastered a very interesting skill called Lance. Ooh, I wonder what that does, he says, knowingly. You know what? I'll talk about it. Lance is one of my favorite skills in the game, because Lance is an attack that drains HP and MP from the target. Now obviously with Dragoon, it's good for healing yourself up. For a mage class, however, you basically have infinite MP as long as the opponent isn't undead. So Lance is pretty good. Honestly. You know what? I might even swap Lena and Ferris around just so that I can show off some Lance and stuff. Because Lena has not particularly high MP right now. She's kind of sitting at 2. Which you can probably get a lot done with 2. But personally, I think I'd rather have more than 2 MP. So I might switch her to a melee job and then switch Ferris to... Oh right, Vampire's a blue mage spell too. Even better. We're getting a pretty decent assortment of blue mage spells now, actually. Let's take a look. Yeah, we got Pawn's Chorus today, we got Vampire. We're filling out that page pretty nicely, honestly. Alright, let's do some switcheroo, shall we? I'm going to make you a white mage. I'll give you Lance. And how about we make you... You know what? Let's make you knight. Just a simple, regular old knight. And it'll give you white magic for support. Actually, chakra to heal yourself. Move things around a little bit. And let's go down further. Here the hidden paths should become a little more obvious. Alright, let's get some bio going. And I'll cast Lance. So Lance, of course, damages the opponent. Grants you health and MP. So Ferris effectively now has an infinite amount of MP to use. Which is again quite nice. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, not a fan of that transformation. Because that probably means either poison breath or zombie breath. I'm gonna fill Bart's back up, and then I'm gonna probably murder you. Yep, there's zombie breath. Well, as long as it doesn't kill... Well then, that sucks. Alright, let's start throwing holy waters then. At the very least, they're kind of just attacking each other. Alright, here I was thinking Metamorph wasn't going to be a big problem, and it turns out, oh, I'm gonna make myself the biggest problem. You're not even at any boss fights yet. Right. That's the right one. Holy water, you don't get rid of zombies with eye drops. Unless they're holy eye drops. And he's become Ramu. Okay. Huron, everyone. Start getting bio. That just kind of completely threw me off my rhythm, honestly. He's like, oh shit, he's a big man, but as long as zombie breath doesn't kill, and then zombie breath proceeds to kill, because the game just likes to spite me. Right, we've got Blood Sword on, okay. So at the very least, Lena's pretty much invincible. She is immortal. Old man, I need your powers. Give me you, and then die to this virus. There we go, alright. Well, that could have potentially been scary, but... Thankfully, I'm the greatest at video games ever, and I'm definitely not crapping my pants. Definitely not. That brown stain was, of course, always there. It's never left me. I'm getting real sick of these metamorphs. Like, I'll fight you, and I'll beat you up. I'm getting real sick of seeing ya. Getting real sick of your shit, old man. Got some more bio going. Yeah, transform. Transform into Shiva. What, you're gonna throw a Blazara at me at this point in the game? That ain't gonna do anything. We're powerful. Oh, you know, you might do a little bit of damage, but... Well, it actually did a fair amount to Galif and Lena, so I can't talk too much shit. But it did pretty much nothing to Bartz and Ferris. That's the power of magic defense, baby. That's the power of Pine Sol. Or Pine Soul. The Guilty Gear character. Could you imagine if the next Guilty Gear Strive character revealed was, like, Pine Soul? And he just was like a pine tree with a sword? Like, I guess basically like Mokujin from Tekken. I just want Mokujin in Guilty Gear. That's pretty much it. Give him like a bunch of different parodies of character attacks. Call him Pine Soul. And there you go, problem solved. Strive is great again. Although to be fair, Slayer has been quite a bit of fun actually. Ooh, we got a Staff of Light. What does that do? That does quite a bit. Okay. Sounds pretty nice. I think I'd like that. Alright. And hey, it's a turtle. Jump into the pool? Sure. You jump into the pool and find yourself at the other side of Ghido's cave, with a climbing animation you don't see too often. And a turtle! Poke, poke. Huh? What's up with this turtle? Bartz, stop that! But it's fun! Poke, poke, poke. Would you quit that? Well, I'll be a biscuit eater. It's a talking turtle. Sage, I'm so sorry. Please forgive my brainless companion. Wait, this turtle is the Sage? By the briny beard of Neptune. And you finally catch a clue. Tarnation, I can't take you anywhere. It's alright. It's alright. No lasting damage. Physically, anyhow. Aw, man, I'm awfully sorry. You should be, boy, picking on defenseless turtles. However, we have more important things to discuss. You mean Exdeath? So, you aren't as slow as you look. What the Warlock seeks is within the great Forest of Moor. Forest of Moor? Trees, my dear boy. Lots of them, sprawling to the west of Surgate. That sentient forest is Exdeath's birthplace. A certain tree in that forest had been used to seal away evil spirits for years. But 500 years ago, the sheer concentration of malevolence turned that tree into a dark being with a mind of its own. That being is Exdeath. I maintained the seal upon him for 5 centuries. I don't know what this voice is, by the way. However, 30 years ago, the seal was broken. 30 years ago? That was when he fought the Dawn Warriors. Yes, but don't interrupt. Dorgan and the others fought hard. Finally, they were able to seal the Warlock with the crystals. However, somehow, he escaped. That was our fault. Aren't we feeling self-important, taking all the blame, Had I meant it was your fault, I would have said that. Seals are meant to be broken. It only means that this time, Exdeath must be destroyed. Where is he? En route to the Forest of Moor, in all likelihood. Something, exactly what, I do not know, so don't ask, rests within the forest that he wishes to claim. Forest of Moor. Forest of Moor. This is my chance to avenge Zizat. We'll defeat Exdeath. Let's do it! The Forest of Moor. The Forest of Moor is sentient. It does not take kindly to intruders and will attack all who attempt to enter. take this with you. We received the Guardian Branch. What is it? A branch from the Guardian Seal, the tree that protects the seals. With that branch, you may enter the forest. Now hurry. Exdeath is already on his way to Moor. He may even be there already. Right. Let's get a motor in then. I'm not debating on whether to end the episode here because I'm pretty sure I am. I'm more debating on whether or not I actually want to fight my way out of this dungeon. I don't think I do. Galuf, can I use teleport with you? Or is that a level 3? That's a level 3, okay. Well, in that case, Galuf, get us out of here. That's your job now. You are our Uber driver. You're getting us out of the tunnel. Out of the cave. And into the... well, I was gonna say the sunlight, but I forgot. Oh yeah, we're in a submarine. Ain't no sunlight down here. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. But that is going to do it for today's episode. In the next episode, we're going to head west toward the Forest of Moor, past the Kingdom of Surgate, and try to get to Exdeath and beat Exdeath before Exdeath. I completely lost my train of thought there. We're gonna go to the Forest of Moor. We're gonna save the world. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. But until then, this is Tales Firaga signing out. Thank you guys for watching, and if you liked this video, insert YouTuber spiel here. I've really got nothing for this episode. Bye.